Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Devin Haney says he's the face of boxing. Look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Devin the Dream Haney has come out and stated, I'm the face of boxing. I'm the guy that's taking the risk, going to fight the best fighters in the world, staying active, selling out arenas, and I'm taking real fights doing it. I'm not a guy picking, choosing, or ducking. None of this. I'm offering the so-called best fighters contracts like Shakur Stevenson. I'm the epitome of the face of boxing. Now, I got a lot of respect for Devin Haney. You know, he's a good young fighter quality. But I see why they call him the Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe him. I mean, this guy's delusional. He's nowhere near the face of boxing. He's a good, active young fighter, but he is nowhere near the face of boxing. I mean, first off, let's just look at the facts. No feelings at all. When you look at the facts, Devin Haney's pay-per-view with Vasyl Lomachenko did 300,000 buys. And that's with Vasyl Lomachenko being an enormous name helping to carry that pay-per-view. Without Vasyl Lomachenko, what do? And even 300,000 buys, you're nowhere near the actual face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, who did about 700,000 buys in his last fight with Jermell Charlo. He carried that pay-per-view, so he more than doubled what you did. Who's the real face of boxing? The numbers don't lie. Canelo Alvarez is clearly the face of boxing, carrying the pay-per-view by himself. But also, you're talking about, you know, you're winning fights, selling out arenas, all of this other stuff. It doesn't make any sense, because how are you the face of boxing and your biggest win of your career is coming off of a robbery with Vasyl Lomachenko? So you rob Vasyl Lomachenko, move up and wait, and you're the face of boxing? No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. You say you're not ducking or dodging anybody, but you literally refuse to give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch. To quote Devin Haney, he figured me out. No wonder you didn't want to give him a rematch. I mean, the guy came in there, put on a great display, got robbed of the victory, should have been undisputed. You should have your first L on your record, but yet you think you're the face of boxing after a robbery and selling less pay-per-views than Canelo Alvarez? I'm really not understanding your argument for being the face of boxing. It doesn't make any sense. And then when you look at his resume, this man only beat George Kambosos to become undisputed, which was the weakest run at undisputed in the history of boxing. There was no run at undisputed weaker than that. But somehow you're the face of boxing? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, look, let's just be honest and unbiased. Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, is not even close. He's a massive star. He's a global superstar. Devin Haney's getting a $5 million guarantee, while Canelo Alvarez has a 3-fight, $100 million contract, plus incentives. I mean, let's just be honest. Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, he sells more. I mean, the guy's undisputed, did it all within 11 months, 3 prime undefeated world champions, while Devin Haney's out here beating a D-level fighter in George Kambosos, saying he's the greatest ever. While Devin Haney's out here, you know, fighting Vasyl Lomachenko, getting a robbery decision, but saying he's the best and he should be the face of boxing. Canelo Alvarez literally has an elite resume wider than Devin Haney's nose. It's not comparable. Canelo Alvarez is the one and only face of boxing.